Hello and welcome to Left, Right and Centre this Thursday evening. Our big stories, protests of course greeting Gajendra Chauhan as he arrives in FTII Pune after his controversial appointment 7 months ago. Students are lathi-charged and detained. Just what justifies the use of excessive force on a peaceful protest? Also, as markets nosedive and there's a sharp fall in new investments, the government reaches out to the Congress for an early start to the budget session in order to push the critical tax reform, the GST. We're asking, is it now or never to revive India's economy? But first, there were shameful scenes at the prestigious Pune Film Institute today with the police lathi-charging and detaining 30 students before controversial chairman Gajendra Chauhan could enter the campus and chair his very first meeting. Students alleged even female students were not spared by the police.
Protest and then a lathi charge.
Yes, some female students were also here.
They were manhandled.
A welcome actor turned politician Gajendra Chauhan won't forget. 206 days after he was appointed chairman of the Film and Television Institute of India, a ceremonial welcome for the BJP leader who finally took charge in Pune. But his first day at work amidst heavy police presence marred by ugly scenes with 30 students detained and women allegedly manhandled by the police.
Isn't that something that's shameful?
They've been peacefully protesting, and so how it should have actually been tackled was to actually sit down and dialogue with them, and so far the government has dialogued with them but hasn't given an inch.
After 140-day strike called off only last October, students insist Chauhan and few others are unfit and want them out. As a compromise, sources say the government could keep their controversial appointee out of the Academic Council, which decides the curriculum.
The Academic Council reports to the Governing Council eventually. All the decisions taken by the Academic Council has to be ratified by the Governing Council and the chairman. They want to retain Gajendra Chauhan at every point in time.
The anger also against another member, Narendra Pathak, a senior functionary of the right-wing group Akhil Bharatiya Vidya Parishad.
Last couple of years back, when this incident which happened at NFAI, I don't know if you're aware, we had organized a screening of Anand Patwardhan's film, Jai Bhim Comrade. At that time, protesters from the ABVP had bashed up some of our students. At that time, the Maharashtra president of ABVP was Mr. Narendra Pathak. The list of appointments mentions his name as Dr. Narendra Pathak, and when we checked, we got to know that his doctorate is still pending.
For now, students say their protests will continue, promising ahead more turbulent times for the institute and Gajendra Chauhan. With Saurabh Gupta in Pune, Tejas Mehta for NDTV.
Well, joining us on our first debate tonight, filmmaker Anand Patwardhan. Yashasvi Mishra, representative of the FTII Student Council, is also with us tonight, as is Shaina NC, spokesperson for the BJP. And here in the studio with me, Anna Vetikard, film critic and journalist. But let me begin with you, Anand Patwardhan. You returned your national award protesting against a larger environment of violence and intolerance. You also talked about what you described as a forcible imposition of a particular ideology on, India's premier film institute. How do you respond to today's events?
I'm very shocked by the police attack on the students. And this is the second time this has happened. A month and a half ago, the same thing happened. The police attacked the students when they had gherawed out the acting director. And then the students were charged with violence. But the video footage of that event shows that it was the police that was attacking the students. And I think if you closely examine the video footage of today, you will see the same thing happening. The students have been non-violent. And they have been attacked. So this is not acceptable.
Yashasvi Mishra, what can you tell us, if any, in more detail about these visuals, of course, that we are seeing, what appears to be a peaceful protest by students of FTII who are not even actually blocking anyone's entry into the campus or out of it. Is that correct? Were the students, in fact, in a sense, attacked by the police?
It's absolutely correct. In the morning when the students stood outside, they were protesting peacefully and they allowed vehicles to pass in. They did not stop anybody. And suddenly cops come in and start doing lathi-charge, not even sparing the female students, as you can see on your screen right now. They started hitting them, bashing them, throwing them. They detained the students in the police station, and there were hundreds of policemen there. So that is the way this government deals with disagreement of any kind, by crushing it. My point is that why can't there be a serious engagement and dialogue? 5 rounds of meetings happened in the last month, where in those 5 rounds, the government was just beating around the bush, offering us certain things, trying to enter the bargain. Today what happened was shameful, absolutely shameful. I mean, imagine a campus where it is for the students, and students are being thrown out into police stations so that one man can walk inside. Imagine Mr. Narendra Pathak, who was the president of ABVP, when students got attacked by ABVP activists,
yes,
with their skulls getting fractured, is now a part of the governing council. These are darkest of times, and now it is not even about credentials and credibility, it's about the intention of this government, which is questionable.
Shaina NC, come in on this. What justifies lathi charging and detaining students when they are protesting, from all accounts and from the visuals that we've been seeing as well, peacefully in their own campus?
Ankita, this is one side of the story. We all know how visuals can be completely distorted, out of place. This is not about a peaceful protest. A peaceful protest means you're sitting there, you can chant your slogans, you can do what you have to. If you have some kind of coercion or force that is meted out to even the police, are the police not entitled to take a proactive stand, which is to just ensure that there is peace and quiet and calm? And contrary to all this hullabaloo that you're talking about, please do understand the statement from the police in Pune. And I have just returned from Pune, so I know firsthand after speaking to the police commissioner. You talk about 20 students who are detained. They have not been detained the way you're saying. They have been released immediately. They have been only asked to maintain peace and quiet. Look at your visuals from beginning to end and see how the police... One moment. You have me on a debate, Ankita.
Yes.
You have me on a debate which is 3 versus 1, and I'm willing to take on the fight because there is no reason to protest
I will be
beyond the
criticizing
point.
you.
You
I guess you realize that what you've done is wrong, Shaina.
Stormy session that has happened. You have an FTII chief who takes on. We have made the provision even for the academic council to be headed by somebody else. We have Rajkumar Hirani there, stalwarts from the film fraternity, all sitting there to discuss. Pardon my saying so, but Mr. Patwardhan has an agenda with our government even before we came into power, which continues to continue through this controversy. You have others who have opinions, and I welcome it. It is a democracy, entitled to have your opinion, but constantly to question every step taken by the INB ministry. Do understand this institute has not had admissions in the past 2 years. There has not been a convocation. Why are the students choosing not to understand that their dialogue process means two-way? It's not a one-way traffic. You have the INB minister, Mr. Arun Jaitley, on multiple occasions.
Shaina NC, where is the question of dialogue over here? These were students who were protesting, Ankita, who had originally gone back to class, who were today forcibly carried away literally by the police. Are you justifying the excessive use of force that all of us saw on camera today, Shaina?
I am not. I am not for a minute.
Are you saying we didn't see the excessive use of force?
I have verified my facts before coming on this debate.
From the police.
Please do show the visuals from beginning to end. Let them see how many times the students have pushed the police and why the police have had to detain just 20 students and release them immediately. Is that your idea of a peaceful protest?
They were not released
immediately.
immediately.
Other stalwarts from the film fraternity that are part of that meeting.
We'll take up that point.
Putting your viewpoints, saying dialogue, discuss. You are still in agitation mode and you're calling it a peaceful protest. Is that fortunate or is that unfortunate?
All right, China,
and
China
isn't the only area of concern for students, academics?
Yes.
Or is it about who is sitting in that meeting?
Well, we certainly
and are
take
you
those
judging
concerns
somebody
up
before
as
they
well,
even
but-
assume the job?
We'll certainly take those concerns up as well, and it's good that you raised them. But Yashashvi Mishra, you clearly disagree with the way China has portrayed events. What is your version then?
See, the government has been putting forward false information from the very beginning. The students were released only in the evening. So the madam doesn't really know what happened out there. The facts are incorrect, number one. Number two, we are talking about these 5 people who were put,
I have just returned from Pune myself.
China, you need to listen to me.
I have spoken to the police commissioner.
You can crush disagreement. Don't talk to police commissioner. Talk to us. That is more important, China. So incorrect facts are not entertained.
By
now the point is that
and
these
pretending that somebody is pushing
China,
you doesn't
you'll have to allow me to complete.
Doesn't put your
Do not crush the voice
viewpoint in
here.
a correct
crush the voice here.
perspective. Do understand
crush
if
the
you're
voice
saying
here.
a peaceful
Do
protest
not
and
crush the
you
voice
use
here, China.
force on the police, are the police not
Nobody
entitled
you can
to
see the
ensure
visuals.
that there is law and
you
order?
can see the visuals. You can see the visuals there. The visuals very
I
clearly
can see
show
the visuals.
how can
Please see the
200
visuals
policemen
too.
can be. Wow. So the visuals are not true. Nobody is true. Only you are true. That's the only truth that exists
Let's
today.
keep this debate civilized. Anna
Your
Vetikar.
propaganda is true in your opinion.
Anna Vetikar, come in on
Right.
this. You had
Thank
a point
you.
to make.
Yes. Firstly, you know, a couple of months ago, if you remember, the students had get out an official at the FTII.
Yes.
And at that point, the ruling party spokespersons had come on all television channels and said, look at the visuals, you can see the students get outing this official. That was what they said to justify police action against the students. Today, China is saying visuals can lie. I mean, honestly, these visuals, I think it's very obvious to anyone that violence was used against the students. It appears that it was a peaceful protest. If China says that that is false information, then please let her provide information that is that will disprove what the students are saying. But I want to address another point she raised, because she said that the FTII representative, the young student over here, is indulging in propaganda. And I would like to point out to China that she has actually repeated a line that has been part of the government's propaganda against the students for about 6-7 months now. She said for 17 years there has been no convocation at the institute, and so why are these students protesting? I would like to ask her, in which educational institution do students organize convocations? Is this present batch of protesting students responsible for 17 years of no convocation?
The institute hasn't.
China, do allow me to complete what I'm saying. And these 17 years, China, please keep in mind, includes the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government. That's 5+ years of your party being in power at the center, after which there were 10 years of the Congress and its Congress coalition in power at the center, after which 2 years of the BJP again at the center. So these 17 years have included 7 years of your party in power at the center.
All right.
So the question, yes, one will ask the Congress, why was there no convocation for 10 years that they were in power? But you tell us, China, why are you asking the students? You tell us why there was no convocation when your party was in power this time and the previous time.
Ankita, may I respond
Yes,
to
please,
all
go
questions,
ahead.
please? First and foremost, nobody is saying that you are not entitled to agitate, you are not entitled to have a protest. Do understand that the government has got lots of members in this committee. People like Rajkumar Hirani, who the students do respect. People like Bhavna Somaya, lots of others who are participating in this meeting. The reason to agitate was only that they wanted to say no more and they wanted to put out their displays, etc. They're welcome to do so. The governing council and the committee had decided that the academic should be headed by somebody who has the expertise to do so.
Right.
We've even given in to that.
Right.
Despite that, if you want to make a hue and cry and noise and make yourself feel heard by pushing the police are entitled to give a action which is only befitting, which is to maintain law and order.